Cheta Chechimare, welcome to my channel. I am Shweta. If you're new, you know what to do. Hit that little red button, be a part of my family, and also say hi to me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, especially my blog, shwetavijay.com, because I interact with you guys a little more than what I interact with you guys on Instagram on my blog post. Today's video is slightly different and it has to be seen in a very humorous way. These are things that I observed every time I went to Kerala. I'm from Kerala Pomba for vacation. I see certain things that people do out there. Kerala matralla, I mean everywhere, every state in India has this problem, I'm sure. Because I'm a Malayali, I'm talking about from a Malayalis point of view. And I wanted to just have a healthy conversation with you guys regarding what happens in Kerala every time I go for a trip over there for a vacation. And please, this is not meant to offend anyone. But in this video release, everyone offended, and the family members and the friends and the cousins, they're all going to misunderstand. But there's nothing I can do other than the middle name Anna. Shweta misunderstood Vijay. Before I start, Chechi, I just have to give you a disclaimer. So don't get offended. You too, Cheta. Because negative comments type on the chenda. Numero uno, number one, and the first point, judgmental aunties. Adum Kerala Koreander. Okay, so this is a fantastic topic to start off with. Now, I had done a video after I came back from Kerala where I spoke about, it was a natural makeup look, okay, and I spoke about internet hate and I spoke about judgmental aunties. Appo idoru shameless plug ana for my last video. You can hit the link right here. These judgmental aunties, avarku vera joli onnilla. They first of all pretend as if they don't know that you have already arrived in Kerala. Pinna nammalde Kerala amba, even if you sneeze in a corner, the entire neighborhood comes to know. Appo avara on the pretend chiyumbo, it is quite bizarre, okay? And when they come to you say, ഒരു മിനിറ്റിന്റെ praise ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും, just 1 minute where they'll be like, അയ്യോ മോളെ, I missed you so much, okay, മോളെ കാണാൻ എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര സന്തോഷാ. Then starts the judgment, okay, and the judgment will be ഒരു backhanded compliment. Kerala backhanded compliments ഭയങ്കര famous ആ. First compliment, നല്ല രസമുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ കാണാൻ, പക്ഷെ തടി വെച്ചോ മോളെ. Not a compliment. അയ്യോ മോളുടെ മുടി നല്ല രസമുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ, പക്ഷെ മോളുടെ കളറൊക്കെ പോയി, കറുത്തു. ഞാൻ മോളുടെ ട്രാവൽ പിക്ചേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ കണ്ടു കേട്ടോ ഫേസ്ബുക്കില്. ഇപ്പൊ എവിടെയാണ് പുതിയ ഡെസ്റ്റിനേഷൻ? ആഹാ, യുഎസോ. ഇങ്ങനെ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്താൽ മതിയോ മോളെ, കുട്ടികളൊന്നും വേണ്ടേ? Andy, don't give a reason for my mom to start another topic of discussion, please. Inke arguments on the vanda veetla. Don't start a World War III. Thank you very much. The thing is, with these backhanded compliments, I just don't understand where this jealousy is coming from. They have a problem with everything, okay? If I wear too much makeup, it's attracting the wrong attention. That is a problem. If I don't wear makeup, it is like, ayyo, motla kore pimples indalo, and that is also a problem. If I'm fat, it's a problem. If I'm thin, it's a problem. If I'm fair, it's a problem. If I'm dark, it's the biggest problem in Kerala. Oh my God, please get out of your bloody nutshell and start living and seeing the world. അയ്യോ ആൻറ്റി ഒന്ന് മിണ്ടാണ്ടിരിക്കുക, അങ്കിളിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ദോശ ഉണ്ടാക്കുക and just sit in a corner, okay? ഞാനൊന്ന് ജീവിച്ചോട്ടെ. If I want to have kids, if I want to travel, if I want to cut my hair short, if I want to wear red lipstick, if I want to wear a short skirt, let me just bloody do it, okay? Number 2, the unstoppable doorbell. It is a known fact that the moment you land in your hometown in Kerala, there will be 10,000 people coming to see you with no phone calls or with no arrangements of making a schedule. Now, I know it is all about love, and in Kerala it's all about unity, and it is all about you only live once and family love. I get all of that, you guys, and I know this is going to be a very controversial point and it's going to offend a lot of people because there is so many sensitive chechis back home, but I'm not trying to pinpoint on everyone. I'm talking about people who I don't have a connection with just showing up in the house, okay? I'm not talking about the ones that I really love. You'll be having breakfast, there'll be one ting dong. You'll be having lunch, another ting dong. And 4 o'clock chai also, they'll be like ting dong, ting dong. And the same bloody conversations that you have to have, like, oh, Mole, when did you arrive? Well, you know when I arrived because you arrived knowing when I arrived. And second would be those polite conversations that you have with a lot of silence thrown in between, okay? How many times will you ask, oh, how is your son? How is his job? And then they will be like, oh, very good. And then you're like hearing crickets noise. I'm all for people visiting. I'm all for meeting people. And, come on, life is too short. You just want to say your hellos and your byes. Have the decency to make that phone call and ask if I'm busy. What if I'm like running around with henna on my hair and, just with a bath towel? Third point, 1,08,565 temple visits. Yeah, I'm a religious person, ambalam poan, prathikyan. I really like all of that. But that prayer is your own connection with God, and it has to happen in your own sweet time. It cannot be forcefully fed and forcefully done as a ritual, okay? It cannot be your mother waking you up saying that, and then you go, you take a bath and you sit there all moody, sleepy, grumpy, all the 7 dwarfs, and then suddenly it'll be like, and then you're like in that sleepy mode, you're somehow trying to find the lamp and you're lighting the lamp. And then you're dragged to the temple where 16 million Pushpanjalis are done in your name. Pushpanjalis are little pujas that are done in installments. Installments for your temper to go down, for you to be normal, for your success at work, for your success in relationship, for a baby to happen in your life, for your health, for your hair to grow long, for your skin to become fair. I mean, I'm just joking, I'm exaggerating, but so on and so forth. There's so many Pushpanjalis done for you, and that is just the morning installment, because then comes 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, where there is another temple visit, because yes, that God is definitely different from this God, because morning God and evening God are two different entities. They don't communicate in heaven. About ningalde request 1 and 2 request in God number 1 in the morning, that is totally different. God number 2, you can do request 3 and 4, and whatever comes your way is a bonus. And let me just tell you, namalke 18,000 gods in there. In 1 week vacation maatrulu. Do the maths. Balance is key. Number 4, my favorite topic of discussion. Our lovely street boys, my lovely brothers that are on the streets, okay, who do nothing but pass really rude comments and make noises. First of all, you could be wearing a salwar kameez, you could be wearing a sari, whatever it is, they will still pass a comment. You could be walking on the street, they will pass one of the cheapest comment, which I don't understand. Where do they have the conscience for them to come up with such comments? Okay, because don't you have a mother at home? Don't you have a sister at home? I don't think you do, because you wouldn't come out with something so cheap, okay? Lifting a lungi and dancing, that is not my thing to see early morning. Second thing is pinching. What is this fascination that few Kerala men have towards pinching a woman's arm or pinching someone's chandi? Alright, I just don't understand. What is it that you get? What is the thrill that you get when you're in a bus, or if you're standing there in the bus stop, or you're trying to, walk in a busy street? You will get one tondify right in your ass, and you just don't understand where it comes from, because they are so sly. It is almost like a business. There's a training that is happening in college, or there's a training that's happening in a special training center where they teach you how to pinch women, alright? And I can just imagine the training that happens in that center where the instructor is going, say the way, ningla pinch oka chiyumbo, adanda feel and aidnu. Adu venda tomone. And another thing that I see that happens in Kerala a lot is youngsters addressing you this way. Hello, Cheta, what is this noise? And it is not only an eve-teasing noise. It is even a basic shopkeeper, when you forget the change and you're walking out with your bag of groceries, they would be like, Chechi, change. I just don't understand what is with the pamba hissing that is happening in Kerala these days. Stop! And the last, point number 5, which is my favorite, because all my Mallu brothers and sisters can understand this. It is our Kalyanam, our Sadhya, okay, which, oh, come on, you guys. First of all, the Kerala Kalyanam, you blink and it is all over. A 3 short, okay? So you will sit there, Kalyanam poita nannaita dress okka cheyidittu, mullappu okka vechittu, you will sit down, or blink and down, and suddenly, and it is all over, okay? Pashe, with our Kerala people, we take it to another level. Before we sit down, the first question is like, Sadhya pra? Something about us and sadhyas, we love our sadhyas. Malayalis only go for a wedding not to see the grandeur of it, because like I told you, everything gets over very fast, okay? They all go to have a good sadhya. The entire judgment of the wedding is based on how tasty the food is. If the food is tasty, consider yourself the winner, because it will be like, oh, grand sadhya, indoor kalyanam. But if the food is not tasty, expect this. Paladala indoor problem and sure. Korpai. That is how we are. Before the trumpet plays its tune, have you noticed how the entire auditorium is empty? Because everyone has ran towards the sadhya. There is a huge line over there. Forget the bride and groom eating. Who? Bride and groom? Pinne. They have to eat, no? They have to judge your bloody sadhya. They have to judge your palada to see if your marriage will work or not. Sadhya. The only time we Malayalis get to eat a proper sadhya. Vishu, Onam, Verora festival of Malaya, then someone's Kalyanam. I wonder who's getting married now. So guys, that ends this video. 5 points that are so Malu-centric, which only Malayalis will understand. You know what? I feel a lot of Indians will understand because in their own culture, I'm sure there's a lot of similarities, okay? But I have to say that despite all of these points of judgmental people, people not appreciating women out there, or I see elephants in captivity, no matter what the problems Kerala faces, I have to still admit that I'm a bloody proud Malayali, alright? I love my Kerala. I love the Kerala food. I love the Kerala culture. I love everything about Kerala, and I can't see myself being anyone else. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, guys. Do let me know what you'd like to see next. Let's just have an open debate, no negative comments, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.